Good evening, welcome to Tea with Fee live at 5. My name's Fee, here's my cup of tea, and I've not seen you for ages. How is everybody? If you're watching live, thank you for watching live. If you're watching on replay, thank you for watching on replay. And I'm just back my holidays, and I'm in crazy, overwhelmed mode at the minute. So I am trying to, funnily enough, write a list of what I need to do and what the priorities are. We got back on Wednesday night and it was full on busy day Thursday. Sewing lessons this morning, accountability catch up this afternoon, tea with Fee now, and then I'm out tonight and it's like, when do I get myself back to normal? It's like, anyway, I will get to share with you my project that I took with me when I was on holiday. So, hi Jackie. So I had a big deliberation about what to take on holiday with me. Mainly it needed to be, hi Julie, mainly it needed to be something that I could use or work on whilst we were driving. So I had considered the fireside blanket, but thought doing little squares and having to change colours that often would be a little bit of a pain. But I really wanted to get started using it, using the colours and everything. So I decided stripes were the way forward. But I didn't really want to do, I was going to do the hydrangea blanket. I think a couple of you have done that. It's an Attic 24 one. So I was going to do that, and then I decided, actually, no, I'm going to do, or I decided to do, it's called As We Go Stripey Blanket. And it was a free pattern. I don't know if it's still available because I printed this off ages ago, because this is the second one that I've made. It says, As We Go Stripey Blanket was created as a crochet along on notyouraveragecrochet.com in 2013. I don't even know if that still exists, that website. But anyway, I really liked the pattern. And wait till you see, I don't know if you can see that. This is the bottom. This is the edge that I'm working on. And I think it's looking pretty nice. I think the colours are working pretty well together. It was the pattern itself asked for 10 colours. And the fireside blanket had 12 colours in it. So I chose 10 colours. One of them was to be the border. So it's like a kind of denim-y blue colour for the border. So I'm going with that option. And it's going to be a blanket. I just don't think I'm going to have enough wool. I'll tell you why. Because the blanket says you need 9 balls of Stylecraft Special, which is 100 gram balls, 295 meters per ball. I don't know if this was the same. I don't have the ball bands handy anyway, I don't think. Anyway, the point is, she did her blanket. Wait, and I'll tell you, hang on. 192 stitches. It's multiples of 24. She did 192 stitches and I did 240. So that's like an extra 50 stitches. Also, she did it in a size 5mm hook, and I've gone for a 4 because it's double knit, and I wanted it to be quite like dense, not holey. And I'm loving how it's looking. I just don't think I'm going to have enough wool, which might mean that I actually need to order more wool. And I'm trying not to do that. So I'm not sure. We're just going to keep going and see what happens. It kind of matches my cardigan. Maybe I've got a thing for those colours. Who knew? Anyway, so this is what I'm working on. At the minute, it's kind of like a big scarf. It might end up staying as a big scarf, who knows, but I'm really enjoying making it. That's me done all the different stitches in the pattern. I think that is, let's see, 35 rows, and that covers all the different stitches in the pattern. And then she just does them in a random order. That doesn't even make sense. And you know how I'm not very good at random. The pattern itself doesn't explain to you use this colour for this row. It just sort of says change to a new colour. And I found that quite difficult. So I started off with, used the first 9 colours, which took me up. I used the first 9 colours, which took me up to here, I think. And then I realised that if I was to then start with the next colour, it was this colour. And they were too similar. So I had to just shake it up a bit. So I found that a little bit scary. And I've kind of taken it upon myself here to repeat this kind of colour combination as I sort of go along. So I'm kind of like liking it, but it's a bit stressful because I don't like that whole what colour will I use next thing going on. What I will say to you is, and I can't find it, but my new crochet hook is definitely a keeper. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on. It's Pony. Pony is the make. Hang on. Oh, here we go. So this is the crochet hook. And it's from Pony. And what I like about it is it's a bit longer. So if you look at, they're both in line. There. The yellow one's quite a bit shorter, like about 1 centimetre shorter. And that makes quite a difference because where it ends here, I prefer where it hits here. So I'm really enjoying using this. I have bought a couple of them in different sizes, but I think I'll go ahead and replace these ones with these ones, and they feel nice to hold them as well. The only thing I would say about it is, with this, you tend to not get it round the wrong way. It's either the right way or it's the wrong way. It's never kind of like half and half because this is like flat. Because this is round, there have been a few occasions where the top's not really been in the right place. However, I think it's a compromise worth making based on how it feels in your hand and to use. So I'm definitely buying more of those. If I can find links to them, I'll put them in the description of the video. So that has been a success. And considering I was only away for a week, I think I did pretty well. I got quite a lot done. I also took with me some socks to start, but I didn't even get to the socks. So they were my 2 projects that I took with me, sock knitting and the crochet blanket. So I am working on the crochet blanket and the socks have been put away, but the colours are paired, ready to go, so that when I'm ready to start making my next pair, it's easy enough to just pick it all up. But I'm going to stick with this and finish the quilt that I was working on. And I don't know if I said to you previously, but the cross stitch is finished. But I don't have it here to show you. But my Be the Reason Someone Smiles Today is finished. I just need to get a frame to put it in, and then I can put it up somewhere. So I'm really pleased about that. And on that note, I don't know if I showed you this or not. The lovely Julie, I don't know if she's still watching, made me, let me show you, this cross stitch. How lovely is that? The stitcher is in, and then you can turn it round, and then it's the stitcher is out. So I'm very, very delighted and thrilled that the lovely Julie made me that. So thank you, Julie, if you're still there. And if not, if you watch this back later, thank you. Now, this is my, I'm not really sort of like, I may as well sort of do like warts and all. This is what the crap, luckily I tidied up before I went on holiday because I really there wasn't time on Wednesday when we got home. So this is my current workspace. So it's fairly tidy actually. I've not done my dishes, but actually if I hadn't tidied up before I went, it would have been a nightmare. So this is my, having been camping I'll just talk you through what that is in a minute, but let me just look at you again. So, what I've discovered. Oh, good, Julie. I'm glad that you've seen that. So, what I discovered about going camping in the motorhome was I actually loved it. We did about 5 nights back to back, not in the same location. We didn't spend more than one night in one campsite, but I loved it. And I really liked the whole organising, and everything needed to have a place, and you needed a routine and all that kind of stuff. So that really appealed to me. But what I also discovered whilst we were, by the time we got to sort of day 5, we'd got into a better routine of how to do things. But it also sort of highlighted to me all the things where my crafty making skills could come into play. So the first thing was the quilt that I'm making, the purple one, that will be a perfect size to go in the van. So that's a tick, so that's already in progress. What I forgot that I had done, which is an absolute genius idea for any of the campers out there, if you don't already do this, maybe I'm just late to the party, I don't know. But sometimes the sleeping bag's just not enough. And being the cold person that I am, you know, they're not very heavy either, and I like a bit of weight. So I've got this crocheted blanket. I don't have a picture of it, or I don't have it with me. But I've got a crochet blanket that I take and I fling it over the sleeping bag. But you know what sleeping bags are like? They're slidey, so the blanket doesn't stay on. Solution. I stitched on to the top corner of each side of the top of the sleeping bag a button, and then I stuck the crochet blanket through the loops attached to these 2 buttons so that it stayed on the top of the sleeping bag. What a brilliant idea, if I do say so myself. What I need to add to that though is I need to do the same nearer the bottom as well, because it was kind of slipping off towards the bottom. But it did stay on at the top. So what a way to keep it on, and it gave me the extra heat, because if you put them on inside the sleeping bag, then that just doesn't work. They end up all bumped down at the bottom. So that was my first top tip, and again, that was something that I already had. So the blanket was one, the quilt's in progress. I've got 2 cushions in there already that I've made. It needs some bunting. So bunting's definitely going on the list. But the other thing that's going in the list is the bag the sleeping bags go into, so you roll them up and put them in, had a big hole in the bottom, the stitching had all burst. So I've zigzag stitched that yesterday, so that's now fixed. And this is basically a bag that had a clear plastic bit on the front, and that's where the blinds go for the van. So the clear plastic had rips in it. So I have now cut a new bit of clear plastic. Can you see me? And I'm now going to attach that to this, and hopefully I'll have fixed that by the next time we go. So that is a couple of my camping things that I'm going to fix. The other thing that would be really useful as well is having a bag for different things that you always know are going to be in that bag. So I'm going to work on a little kind of first aid kit bag. And I don't have a van sewing kit, so I need to put one of them in there. And even just where our like shelves are for storage, they could do it with this kind of idea in them. These kind of things, so that you can stack them full but take these out rather than everything rattling around and rolling. So I think I might be making a few more of these to put in it as well. So I am back. I have got lots of ideas. I did no work whilst I was away. I didn't take my laptop or anything, and that was a little bit strange. However, it was good. So I'm now back into get this weekend out the way, and on Monday it's back to full-on work mode and get the 1,025 things done that need to be done before the end of the month. So that's the plan. Crafternoon tea is not on tomorrow. It was on Thursday, but I wasn't there. As far as I know, everything went to plan. If it didn't, then somebody can tell me. Sewing has gone well. Sewing was back to normal yesterday, so we had sewing in the morning. And we had Charlotte and, oh, we had a full house. Charlotte, Nikki and Alwyn were all there on Thursday morning. We had Charlotte finished her little basket that I just showed you. She finished that. Alwyn started on a new project. I'm not sure if I showed you her table runner last time. That's on my to-do list to start to share some photos, but I'm a little bit behind schedule at the minute. And talking about schedule, do you say schedule or do you say schedule? James has just done a post about it because we were talking about it before I came on about schedules or schedules. So it kind of prompted a let's ask the audience kind of question. So tomorrow my plan is proofreading James's new book. Because Crafternoon Tea's not on, so I've actually got like a free day tomorrow, so I'm going to spend that reading James's new book, and it will be available in the next week or two. It's Life's a Pitch 2, Rock the Rock, I think it's called. So if you haven't pre-ordered that, then get over to James's page and pre-order it. So yes, that's my plan for tomorrow. So I'm kind of hoping it chucks it down with rain tomorrow so that I've got an excuse to stay in and just read a book, which would be marvellous. Other than that, possibly a bit of crochet. And like I say, just kind of like psych myself up for Monday. The planner is updated. I'll show you. So because I've been on holiday, I didn't actually have any planner pages. And it kind of freaked me out that we're kind of still in the week and there's still stuff to do this week. And I didn't want to just ignore the next 3 days or 2 days and just jump straight to Monday. So I had to squeeze Friday, Saturday, Sunday into here. And then this is next week. And these are all my kind of like habity things that I want to do. So I've kind of squeezed a week and a half into what would normally be a week. So, but I'm feeling a little bit more like in control now because I've got a lot of the stuff out of my head onto the bit of paper. And I can see at a glance now all the things that are scheduled in for next week, and where the gaps are, because I've got a lot of things that I need to fit into next week that are not like appointments, so I can pencil in where they can go and then they're movable if need be. But on the agenda next week, I don't know what's on your agenda next week. Hopefully some crafting. What's everybody working on? Whilst I've been gone, what's everybody been working on? What have you finished? What have you started? Have you got a list of things? Have you started thinking about Christmas? All the questions I have. I have so many questions. I need to see everybody and see everybody's projects. But on my agenda before the 1st, make up the project boxes, edit the project video, write the pattern, post the boxes, write a blog, write the newsletter, do my invoices and make some phone calls. Plus sewing lessons and Crafternoon tea in amongst all that and going to church. So yeah, so there's quite a lot to fit into next week. But do you know what? It'll be fine. Hashtag it'll be fine. So on that note, I know it was short and sweet. I feel like I'm a bit out of practice. Ooh, Julie started an advent calendar panel. I can't wait to see it. Send me a picture. I do feel like I'm a little bit discombobulated at the minute. I'm hoping that by Monday I'll be back to the normal way of things. And as far as I know, the normal routine should remain that way until Christmas. So that means that I've got a good run at getting organised. On that note, it's not on next week's agenda, but come the week after, so the beginning of October, I'm going to start really thinking about the advent calendars because they need to be with people by the 1st of December. So that only gives me really 8 weeks to get the orders in off you guys and buy the stuff and make them happen. We won't discuss the countdown to Christmas and how many days it is because, to be honest, I don't know. I know that it's under 100, but I'm not sure exactly. Jackie, what are you knitting? How is the temperature scarf coming along? Is it nearly the same size as Doctor Who's? And hopefully you're feeling well. I hope you're feeling well. So yes, I am going to love you for leaving for now. I'm going to go and get my dinner. Today's just disappeared. Dinner is on. It needs to be finished. So I'm going to go and get my dinner sorted. And then I'm out, as I said. So it's kind of like, where is the day gone? I'm not used to being back into the normal routine of things. Because you know what it's like when you're on holiday. You kind of like, you eat at different times and you probably go to bed at different time and get up at a different time. So trying to get back to normal has been a bit of a challenge. But you know, it's only day 2. It'll be fine. And I still feel a bit wobbly after being on the boat on Thursday. I'm glad I was, or Wednesday. I'm glad I wasn't waiting for the boat that went and came back again, the 10-hour journey. I don't know anybody that was on it, but I believe it wasn't nice. But we were on the Ben on Wednesday lunchtime, and it was a little bit rough. Moderate to rough, it said. If you had seen my face, you'd have said it was very rough. I was looking a little bit green. But never mind, it's forgotten just as well, or we would never get on the boat again. Anyway, I am going to go just now. Yes, the house was still in one piece, Julie, thankfully. The cats were not starved. And other than the fact that I had our washing plus his washing to do, it seems to have gone all right. So yes, thank you for asking. So I will love you and leave you for now. Have a really nice evening / weekend, everybody. And if I don't see you at Crafternoon Tea or Sew Like a Pro lesson, I will see you next Friday on Tea with Fee. Thank you very much for watching and have a lovely weekend. Bye.